Today, we will talk about the new version called iOS 12.1.1. So, number one, first is Apple actually made the text and some of the bubbles on some devices larger on the passcode and on the phone application, so that might be a little bit easier to discern on all the small text in there. Please take note that I have a script right here, and yeah. So the second, on the iPhone 10R, when you're using haptic touch, you can feel the feedback. You'll now get haptic notification, so you can feel the feedback. More like simulating 3D, as I know. And 3D touch, simulating 3D touch. Which, this is like a blooper. When holding on notifications. So, if there were messages, then you'll be able to respond and get into the quick reply menu and feel the haptic touch, which is quite nice. And Apple will add the support into many areas on the iPhone 10R in the future. I think I lost. Okay, and dual SIM support has difficulty. And dual SIM support has officially been activated. So in the actual changelog here, you'll see that it's available for the iPhone 10R, 10s, and 10s Max, and that includes the physical SIM and the E function. Now take note, just because it's supported but it doesn't mean all carriers automatically support that feature. Please trust me. And yeah, okay. And it's being rolled out slowly within the next few months. You should see all carriers in America, US, but I'm in the Philippines, so I can't see them in the US. And yeah, carriers in US or America at least support that feature. Now, in FaceTime, there is now a very easy touch flip for the camera button. Right before, you have to dig through the menus to find it. So it's very convenient in the general interface that has been redone. Just a little bit made easier to understand here, and you can slide that down during a call. Also, there'll be a noise, so please please just forgive me. Also, during an actual FaceTime, you can take live photos now, which is so nice. Now, but it only works on a one-to-one call, so it's not gonna work in a group FaceTime, and the other device does have to be in iOS 12.1.1 in order to make this work. Volume. And the other device right now isn't on the iPad. So in the iPad, in the news app, you could see on the top left before the side here, like news things or profiles, you'll just see a sidebar thing. And wait. Yeah, well, okay. You have the option to hide the sidebar, so this is not available before. And it's a nice touch, gives you a little bit more room for your content here. And finally, the Apple Watch app here now details an Apple Watch Series 4 with the slim little, right here, LTE band on the side instead of it being colored. So nice, the attention to detail here. Well, I have the image of it. If you can see well, this is the old version and this is the new version. I just screenshot it. So that's a bit of an attention. So I'll find the script. Please wait. Okay, found it. So for the iPhone X and above, it has a broken Face ID module. Well, Apple has made it more clear that the Face ID module is broken and needs to be repaired previously. It would just try and scan over and over and freeze the device. Now it gives you that notice at the iPhone settings suggestions. You will see the notification that is broken as well. So don't let the small release number fool you. This is a quite significant upgrade. There's a ton of changes and bug fixes inside, and and I'm sure there's a lot that Apple didn't include. Security-wise, it's very important to update as it did close very big kernel exploits in iOS, and one of those exploits will make iOS 2.1 or 12.1 possible, but 12.1.1 it won't. So if you want to jailbreak, be on iOS 12.1 and below. But if you don't care and go to the latest OS and you don't care about jailbreaking, then update your iPhone or iPad to iOS 12.1. And there's more for and I'll tell you a quick thing about iOS 12.1.2 beta. So there's a bug, meaning with app switching, it does mean that it's for the iPhone X and above. So if you go ahead and update slash open app, they try to close right away. So terrible, right? So you can't. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't. So you have to double slide. So and sometimes it will glitch completely. So ECG now works with the beta OS now. So previously, if you have to run a final release to get that feature for your Apple Watch, now there's ECG. It will work for beta. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.